Patricia Gundlach here again with the book So You Want to Do Hair in Hollywood? Well, you may be thinking, this is makeup. Well, you know what? I started as a makeup artist, and the way you run a department is the same way with hair as it is in makeup.
So now everybody's finished in the trailer and it's time to go to set. What do you like?
I like to get out there because I just think it looks better for the department if the guy that the producers hired actually shows up once in a while to the set that he's been hired on. And even if there's nothing to do, even if, you know, my use is, you know, better in the trailer, I really like to make that appearance so they don't feel like they fired a guy that's in the trailer doing crossword puzzles.
I like to watch set. You know, for one thing, I'm a fan of the camera department, of the way people do their job, and I think that makes it more interesting. I'm not one of these guys who can sit around and read a book because that's for the trailer. I think it gives us kind of a bad name. These days, a lot of people are on their cell phones. I find quite often I'm sitting on my iPhone making reference to sometimes information I need.
One, I'd love to be on set. I'm a set person. I'm not a paper. That's I think one of the reasons why I give my paperwork stuff away, and I just oversee it after it's done. I don't like to be in the trailer doing paperwork and stuff. I love to be on set because I feel like I contribute more and I know what's going on. I also wear a walkie-talkie, which a few makeup artists do, but you know, not many. So I can hear what's going on and get a jump on things.
I always wear a walkie-talkie when I run a show because I like to listen to the ADs. I like to hear the chatter. If I hear someone go to another channel, I'll follow them to that channel, find out maybe an actor's late. I'll be on that walkie-talkie in the trailer, so it'll keep the ADs from running in and asking how much time or asking if there's any coffee to get. I'll actually say, you know, bring their lunch, bring their breakfast in 5 minutes. I'm almost done. They're going to switch chairs. I'll keep them posted on how the flow is going. And quite often, I'll even get a call from the set, from the first AD, to ask me how things are going.
Sometimes you just got to put on a little bit of the show because most of what we do is in the trailer. And nobody ever sees that. What they see is what we do on the set, which a lot of times looks like a lot of nothing.
How do you like your people to watch set? Do you like them standing by the monitor? Do you like them chit-chatting, having coffee at craft service? Do you like them hanging out with the actors?
No, I don't. I don't like it when people come on to a job for me and want to turn it into more than that.
It doesn't go anywhere. Well, it makes you look cheap and unprofessional.
It goes somewhere for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, but I'd rather they just focus on
work.
Yeah. You know, making sure that everybody looks good. And if they start endearing themselves, then I probably won't have them back.
Case by case again, set etiquette. I mean, some stars and some directors require you to be there all the time. They want you in there, taking care of your people, take care of your people. And then other directors don't want to even hear from makeup and hair.
I don't like sitting in one big clump. I'll come on the set and I'll see a lot of my staff in one area. I call it the knitting circle. Bad idea. I'll purposely go across the set by myself, hoping they'll follow the point.
I would always tell my second, third, or I did shows, sometimes I'd have 10 makeup artists on the show, and I'm doing background, and I said, guys, don't clump up. I want only the amount of people on the set that is really needed.
I tell my team I want you to touch up the talent like 5 minutes before they call last looks. I don't like to go in last looks unless there's a reason to do it.
It's not as big a science as some people make it. You have to be practical with your makeup. I like to use materials that stay on. They don't require a lot of touch-up. Unfortunately, today we use a lot of, I call it department store makeup, for this so-called natural look. You know, the HD, which isn't, I'm not a fan of HD. I think it's great for sports and nature shows. You know, film.
Yeah.
The real art of film.
Yeah.
Is filters, lighting, textures, and that's what it's about.
I like them to be paying attention. I like to try and pay attention. It's real easy to say, they're fine. But when you when you stand by the set and you look ready, you let the ADs know that they don't have to look for you, and even if there's nothing to do, if you're paying attention, there might be one little thing that you can do that'll just take a second, and it'll make the actor feel like someone's looking after him.
Intercommunication is real important. Also, making sure you let each other know where you're going. If you're going to run to the restroom, let someone know.
They don't see the actors before they come in, so they really don't think we do anything. And the only way to make them think that we do anything is that if we get on the set and stand by the AD and pay attention to the scene.
Don't have them call for you. You should be standing right behind the AD. I can't tell you how many times an AD, until they got used to me, would yell for makeup, and I said, "I'm right behind you. What do you need?"
You also have to look at the emotion of the scene.
Yeah, there's some scenes that are, you don't want to crank it up with too many touch-ups because this is the scene that they're going to get that Oscar nomination for.
Yeah.
And you can tell, okay, this is a scene that he's been nervous about. This actor has been nervous about ever since he read the script. So why don't I just leave him alone? That's where it really doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Very well put.
Yeah, I'll let a lot of stuff go if it's that scene.
Because of the hours that we work, sometimes people might get bored, tired, cranky. How do you deal with drama?
Yeah, mostly me. I'm usually the drama one, so I just have to, remember to eat right and get my rest.
I don't like it. I hate it. I can't stand it. Sometimes it's really funny. I said on a movie once. I said that there's certain that I don't hire people who have drama, and like right after I said that, I had drama on my set. It was like hysterical. So I've learned never to say that.
Drama gossip. I'm from Oklahoma, man. You know what? There's no room for that. And I've been through a lot of it. But I think one of the seasons on Lost was the toughest one. I had a second season which was full of drama, and man, that was the hardest season.
Well, my philosophy is that I can only control so much, and I can't really control what other people do. And so a lot of stuff I just got to kind of let ride.
I like to have fun, and anyone who's ever worked with me, either worked or that I've worked for or that have worked for me, knows that, if I'm not having fun, I don't want to be on the movie.
I've had actors come up to me on occasion and say, you know what, I just don't want to sit in that makeup artist chair anymore because I'm tired of hearing the yak and the too much of this and the dragging stuff in, and it doesn't work.
If something gets really bad, then I can go to production and explain that I need to make an adjustment. And but I hate doing that because then that makes me look dumb for having them there in the first place. So some people say, hey, just fire a couple of people and then everybody straightens out. And
budgets. Do you worry about a budget? Do you stay under a budget? Do people give you a budget?
Well, in answer to all those budgetary questions, it's different every movie. Some movies they give you a budget. Some movies I have no idea what the budget is. I've never asked.
I never delegated budget to my second because the buck stopped with me. Sort of same way here at the local. Even though we all work together, we've got a great team here with Sue Cabral-Ebert and Randy Sayer, and then Kathy and DB and Zach here in the office. We work as a team, and in a trailer I worked as a team too, but when it came to the budget, same way here at the office, I'm in charge of the budget.
Personally, I only spend what I need to spend to make the movie.
The main thing of the budget is I don't really worry about supplies that much because unless it's a real small picture, supplies just aren't a big deal in the budget. The real money goes to man days, salaries. And I figure out ways to keep the man days low when they're not necessary so that I can have the man days when they are necessary.
I'm pretty good at making it last. I manufacture and make a lot of my own stuff. If I want dirt, I don't have to go buy it. I'll buy the raw materials, I'll make it myself.
Then there are items that become above the line items for certain actors.
Exactly.
And it goes in a different budget line.
But if there's something in the script that I didn't see, I'd have to go to production and say, this is gonna, and I'd find out how much it's gonna cost. And I'd be able to give them a pretty good estimate of what the cost would be. And then I'd give them an alternative too.
I can make stuff last. I have places I can go to get promotional stuff from other companies.
Sure.
That's always helpful. I think production should learn to appreciate that.
Yeah.
They take that for granted. They think they hire you, you're going to call Clinique up, or you're going to call Chanel, you're going to call Stilla and get a lot of free makeup for their show. The producers forget that you're doing it on your reputation, not their reputation.
When I'm asking for something, there's one budget. But when the director or the costume designer is asking for something, there's all of a sudden another budget. So if there's something that I want, I try to make sure that it's important to the director or the costume designer, so that it's not just important to me, because nobody cares if it's important to me.
Yeah.
But if the director wants it, says, hey, I want every one of these people to look like they've really been through the works. Okay, there's only one way to do that. I've got to hire some people.
Hair and makeup are going in on a deal, then it's probably a really good idea for the two of you guys to talk.
Oh, you have to talk. You have to talk.
About what kind, money do you want to go
You talk
for?
about the deal, and usually, because you see now it's all about favored nations, because hairstylists on the contract make less than makeup artists, just in the book. Mm-hmm. The bane of my existence, because there's nothing I can do about that.
What's your secret of staying successful?
My secret of success is that I've been able to not put all my eggs in one basket. I'm not just with this director, this actor, because their careers don't last as long as ours have to. We have to be doing this for 25, 30 years. Directors' careers don't last that long. Directors can get by and do a movie every 10 years, and that's going to be your guy. What I try and do is I try and, get out there and have as big a diversity of skills as I can. This is a handy little skill to have sometimes, because if I need a mustache, like I do right now, I don't have to go mental and try and find somebody to make it. I can just do it myself.
I'm not a great makeup artist. I'm a really good makeup artist. But I really know how to run a department, and I really know how to, not only be production friendly, but production wise.
I want people to look good, look natural. If they want to go a little too heavy with the makeup, I'll try to talk them out of it. I want them to look good and natural. I don't want anyone to look phony out there. I love realism in film.
I think I bring a lot of passion into it, and when people have said to me when they watch me work and how I work and how I interact with actors and production, the balance between and being able to do the craft makes people want to hire me.
A good makeup artist also knows how much makeup not to put on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Being a makeup artist and being a department head makeup artist, there are makeup artists who are phenomenal. I have some friends who are probably some of the best makeup artists I've ever worked with. They couldn't run a department, because that's not how their head works.
Be confident what you do. Let them know that you're there for them.
The thing you don't do is you don't go, I would never do it that way. Mm-hmm. It's like, there's 17,000 ways to skin a cat. Don't call the ASPCA. That didn't mean that's a...
Be nice. Don't be an ogre. Don't berate anybody in front of anybody else.
Because you're only as good as your support group. Be a teacher. Teach how to do things. Some people think that if you give it away, if you tell all your secrets, you're just going to be out of a job. You know what? I've been doing this long enough to know that I do what I do because I did it a lot. Someone who's brand new, I'll give them all the tips in the world, and they're still going to be years behind me catching up.
I've had a good run. I've worked consistently now for, 1984, what is that?
It's a long time.
That's 27 years. And I've got a job for the next 2 months. So we'll see what happens after that.
Be a fan of the craft of movie making and filmmaking. It's not about blush and lipstick and the product that's out there. Basically it's all ground up minerals and some kind of cream, some kind of oil, some kind of lotion. And it's really about how you put it on and how you make your actor feel and knowing the craft as a whole.
Well, what'd you think? Pretty interesting, huh? Yeah, they're really good guys. Check out the next one I have coming up with producers, ADs, and some of the actors. That one's really cool too. Thanks for your time. Always be true to yourself and have a good day. Thanks.